Thanks for coming, despite no description on our talk. We also didn't come up with the title. So, although we will be talking about Angular weapon defense, we didn't know that until Frosty put that on for us. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Frosty.
But we're ready to go with this. This is going to be cool. All right. So we'll introduce ourselves first. My name's Tom Valletta. Gabriel Dayley. We work at Vivint Solar. I was up a little bit earlier this morning. Vivint Solar is a great place to work. We get to work with drones because we have to measure roofs. And since we haven't really figured out how to get the drone to measure roofs yet, we just crash them in our gym and fly them into the jungles of of Florida.
That's right.
So, hey, by the way, yeah, it hasn't come back.
If you see it.
It may be the first sentient drone
Anybody
ever.
from Florida? Okay,
Yeah.
We got a few. We're missing one.
If you find it, you can have it.
It's yours.
Count it as your raffle drawing. Okay, let's get going because we got a lot to cover. So these two disks were found in Greece in 1908 in Crete. I can't pronounce the name of them, but they were produced 2000 BC by someone took and made some little stamps and stamped into the soft clay and made these. I guess you could have done it with like a stick or something, just kind of pressed it in, but we know it was done with an instrument because all of the little hieroglyphs are the same. But this was 2000 BC in Greece. And then, like 1,500 years later, I was supposed to swap that picture out with a different one. This invention was a Roman invention about in the 1st century BC. It's called a screw press, and theirs didn't have this bandsaw-looking thing on it. It is just this picture. But they used it for pressing a lot of pressure down on olives, on grapes, to come up with wine and olive oil. And you're wondering, why on earth am I telling you this, and what does this have to do with Angular weapon defense? We'll get there. It's just going to take us another 3,000 years. These two, in the 1500s, somebody by the name of Gutenberg decided he was going to take these two ideas, basically this idea of pressing a tool into something, and then the idea of this screw press, and mash them up into the first printing press ever. It revolutionized the world because all of a sudden books became kind of commodity. Everyone could afford books. They could distribute books all over the place. Education wasn't reserved for the high class, just the rich. And so the middle class emerged thanks to the Gutenberg press, based off of two totally dissimilar random inventions from prior millennia. Anyway, so mashups. A pretty important concept.
Awesome.
Building off of something that someone else has done.
Nice. Thanks for the history lesson, Tom.
Yeah, no problem.
I think I have a mashup that are going to get everybody a lot more excited than a printing press. Is that all right? Okay. I actually, I'm a big fan of this next mashup. And I know most of the people at Domo that have experienced this with me are going to be excited about this as well.
Okay.
So, here
what
we
is
have,
that?
Any guesses as to what this is?
Toaster.
Toaster, that's right. This is a picture from a 1920 patent of the toaster. And the toaster is important to me because that's what I use for my Pop-Tarts. Yep, that's right. So now if you're wondering, what can you mix with Pop-Tarts? Let me show you the next invention. Any ideas what this one is now?
Ice cream maker.
Nice, ice cream maker. That's right. So ice cream could actually be traced back to about the early, about 400 BC, when Persians used to take grape juice, concentrated grape juice, and pour it over snow. But since then, we can now attribute ice cream to the United States, who first coined the term, and this invention by Nancy Johnson. This is what she called an automatic freezer, and this is what you use when you mix the salt and use it to help freeze your ice cream. And now if you mix Pop-Tarts with ice cream, oh, did we get audio?
Sure we didn't.
All right.
I'll hold my microphone up.
We get this wonderful mashup, which is delicious.
Strawberry Pop-Tart ice cream sandwich. Only at Carl's Jr.
That's right. So,
Definitely revolutionary. Change the world.
absolutely.
No. All right. Let's talk about another mashup. Let's make this a little bit more useful than ice cream sandwich mashups. Okay, I got another mashup that we did here. I took Canvas. Canvas was invented by Apple, but it's still a good technology despite that. It's useful for, it was originally called the bitmap canvas in the original emails, but it's basically a way to do raster images, raster drawing in 2D in the browser. Really useful for game development and stuff like that. I took the canvas and I mashed it up with JavaScript typed arrays. JavaScript typed arrays were made for the web RTC because when you're streaming in a lot of video and you have to iterate through a lot of pixels, the regular JavaScript arrays weren't fast enough for stuffing data in and pulling data out. So typed arrays in JavaScript made going through large amounts of data really efficient. And I built that. And you wonder how. I'll tell you in just a second. So this is a sentry gun. I basically took the web browser, captured your camera, went through all of the pixels, and basically targeted certain colors, movement, things of that sort. I'll show you some overlays in a minute. And then I target it with a gun. First a laser. Lasers are easier. Soon I'll get like some projectile and ballistics built into it. But sentry gun, I think that's a real useful mashup.
You know, we do have that big, nice NSA facility here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're monitoring.
They could borrow it if they want. I built it after watching World War Z. All right.
All right, nice. So I'm going to talk about another more practical mashup.
Surely, more practical.
Absolutely. So this is the HTML5 symbol for WebSockets. And WebSockets, if you're not familiar with what they are, they're essentially a full duplex communication protocol that allows you to communicate over TCP. And it's actually a protocol that was standardized in 2011. And the API is currently being worked on by the W3C. With WebSockets, we can use that to talk to, say, a parrot drone, which is here on the floor here if you haven't noticed it. And we can control the parrot drone.
You can't see it from there.
Using another...
We'll lift it up in a second.
That's right. You'll all get very familiar with it in just a minute. It will either crash spectacularly or do something very cool.
We've never owned a drone that hasn't crashed spectacularly.
That's right. And we almost lost this one 10 minutes before our talk, but it's still alive, so we're good. All right. So using WebSockets with an AR drone, you can control the AR drone via a web browser, and they have an open protocol for its communication to talk to the firmware and control it.
So that's your mashup. So WebSockets and then the drone.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. And with it, you came up with a drone.
No.
No. So Gabriel made this really cool web interface. We'll show you in just a second for piloting your drone from your web browser anywhere. You can just follow the camera. Just like in the military, you know how they're like in Phoenix and they're flying the drones in Afghanistan and they're just blowing people up over video? We can do that now. Really important. All right, so we had built those before. Those are kind of old. We've done presentations of those before, so we don't want to just regurgitate the same thing that we have done before. So we decided to take the sentry gun code and then mash it up with the AR drone code,
That's right.
drone commander. And then we basically, because this is an Angular conference, and we threw it into I just sprayed that all over the place. We threw it into a Angular directive. I'll show you the code on that because it's kind of cool. Because it's just a HTML element called drone. And you just drop it on your page, and now you have a defense system, pretty much. It's like, I could sell this to foreign countries. Anyway, so then we came up with this. And let me show you what we got here. Let's see. Okay, I have to, I'm just going to restart this really quick. And
Are you connected to the Wi-Fi?
Nope, I am not. Okay, one
So
second.
while he's getting that set up, I'm going to need a volunteer. And when I asked Dave Geddes to help me pick the right volunteer for our demo, he was unwilling to do it, and instead said that we need to invite Mishko up. So, Mishko, if you wouldn't mind helping us out for a minute. And what we're going to ask you to do is, if you're willing to embarrass yourself, if you could put this over your Angular, well, you could either hold it up, and that's fine too, or you could put it over your shirt. Either one. I'll hold your jacket for you. Okay, so we've calibrated this.
Okay. So our drone is trying to acquire targets right now.
That's right. And it's calibrated for this particular color of green.
You remember when I said we've crashed every drone we own? If you're sitting on the front seat, in the front row. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to get it higher. Hold on. It's trying to target Mishko right now. Mishko. All right. Well, come down, baby. No,
Bring it
no,
down.
no, no. It's out of control. Okay, catch it when I kill it. All right, let's try this again. Okay, hey, before we cut off someone's head, you want to just hold it up for just a second?
Sure.
And we'll do this demo a couple ways. So if you watch the screens, you'll notice that if he turns it, it'll continuously try to put that red dot on Mishko because it wants to acquire that target. We have, in order to figure out how to target different things, we put several overlays. That one's just fun. It doesn't actually do anything. This one shows you all of the things that it finds in the target color. And so you can see that it pretty much only likes Mishko, or the green shirt, actually. Then here's a heat map. Just because the military does these like high contrast black and white heat maps, I figure if I'm going to sell this to some foreign country, I need the same thing. So then here's another one where it's just picking out the red. Here's the one where it's actually figuring out which point, the hottest point that it wants to target. And then it's moving that little red dot on it. And then we'll go back to, let's see here. Then there's the regular view. So now if we set it down and we fly it again, the thing that we threw in the last 20 minutes before the presentation was not just targeting, because really we weren't going to have the drone fly at the target. That seems dumb. We'll go around it and have like a gun on top that targeted. And so anyway, but for the purposes of this presentation, we have the drone just tracking. So once I lift it up, if Mishko walks around, the drone should just follow him Yes, indeed. Everyone will have one soon. All right.
It's a little puppy.
I'm going to try to not run it into the ceiling. It's easier when it flies itself. I'm trying to get it up. Just okay. There you go.
Going up.
What? All right. I'm going to turn it. All right. Now it should acquire Mishko. Uh-oh. What's it targeting?
I went for the exit sign. Nice.
All right. Come back. Okay. It really likes the exit sign, I think.
Yeah.
It's really just targeting green. Do you want me to pull it forward a little bit? I really can't. Okay. Let me just see what it's looking at here. Okay. Go up. Go up. We've only hit 3 people with this drone in previous presentations. Actually, that wasn't even this drone. That's the drone that's in the Florida Everglades now. I don't know. There we go. Go.
There we go.
All right. So if this were a real weapon, we'd all be dead. Yeah. My apologies. We actually don't work for a defense contractor. I'll kill it. Oh, wait. Maybe I just want to see what it's seeing. That last code that we added kind of... All right. How's it going? It likes your knee. All right. Okay, that was a lot of fun. Thanks for your help. All right, so our idea here was to make... we think that mashups are a really powerful idea. And I know it's not a new idea. I mean, it's been going on for millennia, right? And everything that we build is built on something that someone else has built. Angular is an awesome platform for building things that let other people apply. Do we need to shut that off? Everyone's watching the screen. Hi, I'm up here. My eyes are up here.
Here, is that better?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Anyway, so our hope was that we could show you something. So we threw this together from a couple different projects that we had done. It really took us a few hours to put together the Sentry gun drone idea. We thought it was a lot of fun, and we thought that you guys would enjoy it too. But we like the idea of talking about how important it is to build something that other people can build on. And we're all builders here. And we can take our ideas, give them to the community, and the community can build amazing things. Angular is a great platform for that type of thing. With directives, you can make some really cool stuff and make it available to other people. We'll make our pretty useless directive available to whoever wants it. It'll be on our GitHub site.
And the other code is already available out there if you're interested in how we control the drone or some of the stuff Tom's done with the, image manipulation stuff and targeting.
Yeah.
It's all out there.
So my GitHub handle is tvalletta. Gabriel's is GM Dayley. You can find all our code up there, and I hope you do something cool with it. Thanks.